Decals are textures projected onto surfaces, and they add details like dirt, damage, bullet holes, or even labels without altering the underlying material or geometry. It's a technique used in 3D since the 1990s. Popular engines like Unreal, Source, ID Tech, and FromSoft, they all share a similar workflow. They treat decals as a volume, or area that projects directly onto the surface texture. This allows decals to conform naturally to curved or uneven surfaces, and that's how they blend seamlessly. Now, Blender's approach, if you can call it a decal, is a clumsy workaround using flat, alpha-textured planes that you must painstakingly position by hand. Imagine your hand and you're just moving it around. Instead of using your card, this method has no surface awareness, no curvature handling, no depth blending, just a thin, fragile plane hovering over your model. Now, one tiny misalignment and you risk Z-fighting or floating decals. If another object intersects the decal's area, the decal simply clips right through. It's a horrible mess. It is like you're exiting the matrix right in front of your monitor. And don't get me started on uneven surfaces. The closest you get is to subdivide the plane 100-fold and use a shrink wrap modifier. It works, but not without its risk of Z-fighting. It's like it doesn't even solve the problem of the edge case of literal edges. Plus, you can't even bake these decals into textures, no matter how much you grovel. Blender, give it to me, please. No, you can't bake it out. You cannot, even in this case, no matter how hard you pray. Lord Blender, give it to me. No. This isn't a decal system. It's a fragile, time-wasting hack in a tool that has neglected decal workflows that have existed since the 90s. The dot-com bouble. All decal systems have always been messy. But decals, industry standard. It finally brings Blender, the future, from the neglected past. To use Decal's industry standard, drag and drop the Blender project into your scene and choose Append, Node Tree, and select Decal Engine. You now see groups available in the node editor. Choose Decal Engine, link it to your principled BSDF shader, and feed in your existing textures into the node group's inputs. Add a cube, type empty, to your scene. This cube will control the projection of your decal. Create a texture coordinate node and link its object output to the object text coordinate. And now assign it the empty you just made. Now to set up your decal, open the Decal Engine node. You see empty inputs similar to principled BSDF shader. A color, AO, normal, link it all up as you normally would. Being sure to link the UVs of any image texture to the image texture UV, so their projection can be pretty much controlled. Now to see it in action, with this setup, your decal appears in 3D space. You can move, scale, and rotate the cube to position the decal precisely. Precision, decal precision. Since it's all shader based, you no longer have unwanted shadows, Z-fighting or subdivision to worry about. And projecting onto non-flat surfaces is a fear of the past. That's all it takes to use decals the right way, the industry standard way. But wait, we are not done yet. There's more to see and more to know to keep expanding your decal workflow. Yeah! Expand your knowledge, expand your tools. No more pipes exploding in thy hands. Your pipes will be strong. The decal will only appear on the materials you want. Want to see other materials? Simply copy the top-level Decal Engine Group node and insert it into the material. You're not limited to just one decal per material either. Simply add another Decal Engine node to the same material, link it up, and configure it as before. give it some different textures, and its own cube empty. And layer your decals like a pro! Not a scrub, nope! A pro! Professionale! Blender professionale! Because the system is fully shader based, you can make the decals into your textures in a single click! Click, click, click! Clicker! Clicker! Using tools like Inlet's Easy Bake 2 simplifies this process, but it's not mandatory. But it's very suggestive. Get it before it runs away. Tomorrow you might not find it. It just disappeared. Poof! In a puff of bake. It's like baking smoke. It's like you press bake and it's gone. The decal only appears inside the cube's bounds. Feel free to scale its depth so it doesn't spill onto everything. There's also this smoothness slider, which fades or hardens the outer edges of the decal's projection area, softening its cutoff if desired. As a last trick up our sleeve, the final cherry on the pie, industry standard decals lets you blend the normal maps, blending of your surface and your decal. Did you understand that? Blending the normal maps, blending of your surface and your decal. Oh, I mean, that is incredible! Did you not understand it?
And you can choose to either replace it with the decals normal or blend them together using the blend normal slider, giving realistic bumps and surface detail that follow the model's shape perfectly. Perfectly. The normals. It becomes the thing. It becomes part of the damn thing. Not a projection. It becomes part of it. Not like, do you not understand how incredible that is? And with Easy Bake tool, you just bake and it's a cake. No longer a hack or a flawed workaround, the industry standard of decals is here at last. Decal master, decal protégé, decal, emperor of decals, the world now, immortalized, godly big. Decal, I'm just screaming at this point, I'm just shouting on the woods, don't worry about it.